Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best Dolby Atmos soundbars.
Starting at number 5.
Sony HTA7000. Sony's HTA7000 is pricey for a soundbar that doesn't include satellite speakers or a subwoofer, but its singular design is also what makes it so impressive. This elegantly styled slab of sound offers the best virtual surround sound we've heard at this class and well above, providing immersion that's nearly as convincing as similarly priced multi-speaker soundbars. As a Sony bar, it's also particularly handy for gaming, especially if you own a PS5. With Sony's reputation in this space, it's no surprise that the HTA7000 sounds great for music, with clear and full audio across registers and notably robust bass response. It even has an analog port among its many inputs, an increasingly rare inclusion for soundbars, letting you plug in legacy audio devices like a powered turntable. The bar's loaded input section includes dual HDMI 2.1 ports with pass-through support for VRR, variable refresh rate, ALLM, auto low latency mode, and a 4K/120Hz signal. This lets you plug in gaming consoles like a PS5 and Xbox Series X without sacrificing any features, saving your TV's onboard inputs for other devices. PlayStation 5 users also get support for passing through unique features like auto-tone HDR mapping and auto-genre picture mode when paired with a compatible Sony TV. Support for multiple high-res audio formats and streaming over Spotify Connect, Chromecast, Apple AirPlay 2, and Bluetooth make it easy to play virtually anything in your collection. Along with Dolby Atmos, you also get support for DTS, X and Sony's music-focused 360 reality audio. Like other 3D sound formats, 360 reality audio creates an immersive dome of sound, and you can find several albums mixed in the format on services like Amazon Music Unlimited. Though solid on its own, the HTA7000 is also compatible with Sony's wireless subwoofer and surround speakers if you want to purchase them later. They add a significant investment to the bar's already high price, but if you can afford it, the results are mightily impressive and really help to expand the system's soundstage. With all its modern amenities, the HTA7000's app is surprisingly limited. It's designed more as an add-on to the old-school on-screen interface that pops up on your TV. Since the bar doesn't have built-in microphones, you'll also have to add a smart speaker to access digital assistants like Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. It's clear that Sony's focus here is squarely on home theater and gaming features over smarts, but the upshot is premium performance and many ways to play. Shoppers should note that Sony also sells a new flagship soundbar, the Bar 9. The Bar 9 has a more compact design and 2 additional speaker drivers built in, but it costs more than the HTA7000. For now, we think the HTA7000 remains the better value of the two.
Coming at number 4.
Sonos Arc Soundbar. If you like the sleek, single-unit design of Bose's Smart Soundbar 600 but want more gravitas and overall immersion, the Sonos Arc is the best Dolby Atmos soundbar for your needs. From the moment you press play, this multi-channel system defies expectations with its warm and detailed sound, impressive scope, and surprisingly potent bass response from a standalone soundbar. Sonos rolls a clever collection of speakers into this tubular bar, including both up-firing and side-firing drivers, powerful woofers, and precision tweeters. The result is an expansive yet decidedly inviting soundstage with more punch than you'd expect, letting the system flex its skills across different formats and genres with remarkable ease. You can get better performance from more expensive single-unit models, like the Sennheiser Ambio Max, but at $2,500, that model is tougher to justify for most buyers. As a Sonos speaker, the Arc isn't just a self-contained soundbar but can also be part of a larger wireless speaker ecosystem. Sonos app lets you navigate a variety of add-on Sonos speakers throughout your home or arrange them with the bar in a multi-piece surround configuration. You can even pair the bar with the Sonos Ace headphones to easily switch between home theater and private listening. With add-on options like the Sonos Era 100, Atmos Blasting Era 300, and powerful Sonos Sub, the Arc can be the centerpiece of a pricey but strikingly immersive system. We sampled a scene from Top Gun: Maverick using the ARC, 2 Era 300s, and a sub, and it blew us away. Though we still think the ARC offers the best value as a standalone bar, you always have the option to upgrade with extra components later on. However, Sonos being Sonos, the ARC has some odd quirks. Sonos makes it easy to play content from many of the best music streaming services and supports Spotify Connect and Apple AirPlay too, but basic Bluetooth isn't offered. Also notable is the bar's large size. It sits over 3 inches tall, and lack of physical inputs, with only a single HDMI port for connecting to your TV. Unlike similarly priced rivals from Samsung and LG, the ARC lacks support for DTS-X, Dolby's primary 3D audio rival, but it does support standard DTS 5.1 sound. But even with those limitations, there are few more malleable systems available, as long as you're content to stay firmly grounded within the Sonos family. The ARC is an enticing Atmos accessory that seamlessly integrates with your TV and blows your display's onboard sound away.
At number 3.
Vizio Elevate 5.1.4 Soundbar. Vizio is no stranger to our best soundbar guides thanks to its ability to squeeze out mighty performance from small packages at competitive prices. The Vizio Elevate 5.1.4 system fully embodies this philosophy, with some cool mechanical trickery lumped in for good measure. The Elevate is so named because the bar's front speakers rotate upward when needed to create the height element of Dolby Atmos and DTS-X audio tracks and roll forward again for stereo or traditional surround sound mixes. The way Vizio's engineers figure it, why have extra speakers that are only in use with select content? This design pays off with strikingly powerful and cinematic sound and, when called for, stirring spatial audio immersion. The Elevate sometimes sounds aggressive in lighter dialogue or brighter music, but there are plenty of ways to configure the sound to taste, including the ability to adjust EQ and individual surround channels. To do so, you'll need to familiarize yourself with Vizio's unique interface, which integrates many controls and even a digital interface into the system's handy remote. Connecting the included subwoofer and surround speakers requires old-school physical wires, which could limit placement options in some setups. That said, most so-called wireless subwoofers and surround speakers still require a power outlet, so to some degree, you're trading one constraint for another. If your house doesn't have a lot of outlets, Vizio's design could even be the friendlier option. When it comes to cons, the Elevate eschews Apple AirPlay support, Chromecast streaming is supported, and has no built-in microphones for integrated digital assistant voice control. But there are still many ways to connect components, including dual HDMI inputs, an analog audio port, and even a USB input for high-res audio files. Support for DTS-X, among other formats, completes the package for a well-rounded Dolby Atmos system that's big on sound and easy on your wallet.
Number 2 of my list.
Bose Smart Soundbar 600. Bose's minimalist Smart Soundbar 600 doesn't look like much of a player from the outside, but behind its perforated grille there's some magic going on. The system provides clear and focused sound for everything from music to dialogue, even amid chaotic action scenes. The bar is surprisingly good at providing immersive Dolby Atmos audio from its small frame, using a mix of targeted speakers and excellent software to surround you with subtle effects like buzzing insects or strafing starships. The Smart Soundbar 600 can connect to your local network to mingle with other Bose speakers, letting you create a multi-room audio setup or add auxiliary speakers for a true surround sound configuration. And unlike the similar Sonos Beam, Bose's model employs dedicated up-firing drivers to bounce sound off your ceiling, creating a more effective and expansive Dolby Atmos soundstage. The 600 is easy to control with your TV remote over HDMI ARC/ARC and includes app support for fine-tuning audio and for streaming music from various services. Wireless playback over Spotify Connect, Apple AirPlay 2, and Bluetooth are also available. Built-in microphones let you control basic playback and smart commands with your voice via integrated Amazon Alexa, and you can get Google Assistant capabilities if you pair the bar with a separate device. On the downside, the soundbar doesn't come with a dedicated subwoofer, so its audio signature is light on low-frequency impact. This means the Smart Soundbar 600 isn't the best option for bass heads or those looking to blast sound across large listening spaces. You can add a separate subwoofer with the Bose bass module, but that doubles the price of the system. The bar is also limited to just one HDMI and optical port, and it doesn't support Dolby's primary format rival, DTS, though the latter won't come up much unless you own a sizable Blu-ray collection. Still, despite some minor drawbacks, the Smart Soundbar 600 is a brilliant fit for smaller spaces. You won't find a Dolby Atmos bar that matches its mix of poise, clarity, immersion, and style without spending more.
And number 1.
Samsung Q990C 11.1.4 channel soundbar system. Samsung's HW-Q990C is our choice for the best Dolby Atmos soundbar thanks to its immersive audio performance and seamless fluidity. This impressive system consists of the bar itself, along with 2 wireless satellites and a wireless subwoofer. Together, these components create an expansive array of 22 speakers, including 4 up-firing and 4 side-firing drivers to bounce sound around your listening space. The 11.1.4 channel setup sounds fantastic for everything you listen to, not just Dolby Atmos movies and shows. During our review, we heard remarkable subtlety and detail in dialogue across genres, from sitcoms to prestige dramas. Turning to music reveals rich resonance in mid-range instruments like guitar and horns, plenty of thump in the bass register, and lyrical treble above that makes floaty effects and instruments sparkle as intended. With 4 different components, including the bar, subwoofer, and 2 surround speakers, the system takes some time to set up but is refreshingly simple to navigate. Once connected to your network, you can easily control the bar using the included remote or Samsung's SmartThings app. On the feature front, you get just about the full lot here, with support for multiple formats, including Atmos rival DTS VX, real-time sound optimization, and multiple HDMI inputs with 4K HDR pass-through to connect components like a streaming box or Blu-ray player. The only missing piece is HDMI 2.1 support, which means the system can't pass through advanced gaming features like a 120Hz signal or variable refresh rate, VRR, when paired with a console like a PS5. Buyers should note that Samsung now sells a slightly updated version of this soundbar called the Q990D. The new model is very similar but adds support for HDMI 2.1. We think the Q990C remains a better value for most users since it's often on sale for less, but the Q990D is an excellent alternative if HDMI 2.1 is an essential feature for you.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.